Hello and welcome to No Books Allowed, a series where I watch films based on novels and pretend that the books just don't exist, which means if anything is explained within the aged page of your favorite novel, but not in the film, then it's meaningless to me. What is the point of this series? What do I gain from limiting myself from talking about books and reviewing the movie as a movie? I only lose possible points when refusing to discuss an entire medium. It's clear that I'm going to read the vast majority of the books when I review the movies, so why just not talk about them? The answer is simple. I love books just as much as I love film. The book that a movie is based off of absolutely doesn't matter. When you pay $10 to get a movie ticket, you're not reading a book, you're not reading a script, you're watching a movie. So when I watch a movie and I review it, I wholeheartedly believe that the novel that a movie is based off of is pointless. In my mind, it literally does not exist. I do this to judge the movie entirely on its own merit. Does it make sense? Is it enjoyable? Does it provide entertainment? However, this does not apply to Greek mythology. Sure, Percy Jackson had a book series, but I don't care. This is some good old Greek mythology. In much the same way that I'd compare a biblical movie to the Bible mythos or a Muslim movie to the Quran mythos, I'm a compare a movie based on the Greek mythos to the actual Greek myths, because so much of this movie totally misses the point. Today's movie is one of the worst abominations of assness I've ever seen. Not only is it bland, boring, stupid, wrong, terribly shot, terribly acted, and just all around not good, it commits the numero uno sin for a bad movie. It's not entertaining. There's hardly a single second of this movie that is fun. It's worse than the infamous The Room, because at least The Room made me laugh. Hold on, I love this movie. You're being way too harsh on it. Oh, hey Kobe, I haven't seen you since my last game review. Yeah, well, I don't care. Let's watch the movie. Without further ado, here is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. You know a movie's gonna be great when it has 3 different titles, especially when the movie's own sequel drops the Olympians tagline. It means this movie's gonna be a totally unique experience. Dune Entertainment. Well, this just reminds me of the Dune movie, already off to a bad start. I'm glad that Chris Columbus just fully adopted his namesake. 1492 Productions is gold. Too bad I hate your entire directing style. So the movie starts with Poseidon rising from the sea. That's actually Aquaman. Look, he's spooping a fisherman. Okay, so we watch Poseidon rise from the sea as a giant, then walk onto the land, shrink down to a human size, and carry on. We also see that he passes by a fisherman who clearly sees him. So we learn that they hide their true nature from humans later on. So what was the purpose of that? He could have just as easily walked onto the shore. Would have taken 2 extra seconds, plus the fisherman seeing him directly breaks a rule of the world that the second movie establishes. So all in all, already off to a start so strong that Hercules couldn't arm wrestle it. So Aquaman meets with his long-lost lover Zeus, where the two participate in some pretty dramatic post-breakup dialogue. Watch as Zeus totally checks him out, does a double take and everything.
It's been many years.
Why are you here?
I'm sorry.
But no,
My heart. Stolen.
we are forbidden from stealing each other's.
Hearts.
But our children aren't.
You touch him. So Sean Bean in this movie is fucking terrible. Usually I like the guy, but it just seems like he didn't give a fuck.
If your son is the thief, he must return the bolt to me in 14 days, by midnight on the summer solstice.
Necessary! Okay, but what was established here is that Zeus's lightning bolt gets stolen by Poseidon's kid and Zeus demands it back by the summer solstice. Keep in mind that it is the summer solstice and that this movie takes place in the summer. It's super important for later. I can't swim. So we meet Percy Jackson, the dyslexic, ADHD-riddled autistic kid, the character who's totally represented properly by a buff 20-something. We also meet his best friend. He's black and crippled. His name is Grover. Listen to their dialogue and replace everything Grover says with a hot female. It seriously sounds like romantic dialogue.
How long was that?
7 minutes.
7 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's crazy, man. That's ridiculous. How do you do it?
I just like being in water.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think it's cinema's first interracial crippled autistic gay power couple. Also, Grover's a goat.
Good morning. I'm Miss Dodds, your substitute English teacher. Would someone please explain what Shakespeare was trying to convey in this line from Othello?
Of course the Asian girl is the answer to the question. Ha, watch Grover. He totally checks out Percy's ass, then nods in appreciation. And it's a dumb framing device. Look, Percy goes to school. Percy is dyslexic. Percy has ADHD. Percy lives in a shitty house. Percy has a drunk dad. Percy has a... Ooh, look, a bird!
I think this, dyslexia thing's getting worse. Maybe it's the ADHD.
Grade A acting there. So the mother and her ironing is funny. He walks in, she's ironing. She sets the iron down, then later on re-irons the same pants. It starts smoking. So we see Percy has an over-the-top stepdad who walks in, sits down, stands up, gets sexual with Percy. And walks out. I guess my point is, Percy has a bad stepdad.
Why do you stay with him?
He's been good to us, Percy, in ways you don't understand.
Ha! She means a good dicking.
To change.
Don't steal stuff from better movies, Aquaman. So at the museum, Percy learns that he can read Greek without the dyslexia. Also, the teacher gives Percy a nice rundown because everything in Percy Jackson is weirdly sexual. Grover gives the Crip a nice little checkout because everything in Percy Jackson is weirdly sexual. So he gets pulled aside by the weird teacher who turns out to be a bad CGI monster. Hey, that's not bad CGI. The artist wanted her to look like she wasn't actually there because furries are like spirit things. But for real, what's the point of standing up there? Couldn't she have just snapped his neck as he entered and taken the bolt off of his corpse and left? So Percy's given a pen to defend himself, and then he's launched into the wacky wizarding world of Percy Potter. Trust me, I'll explain as we go on. We have another example of main characters not explaining anything despite being on long, silent walks together with plenty of time for explanations.
Maybe you're not seeing what I'm seeing. You have crutches.
Look, I would give my life to secure your well-being.
What are you talking about? What's going on?
We gotta warn your mom. Come on, Percy. Come on.
So they beat up Percy's stepdad, and the mom starts driving them to a place called Camp Half-Blood because for some reason they never told him, and instead left him defenseless when the monsters inevitably found him, because they're intelligent. Percy finds out a bit about his dad.
So he did abandon us.
No, honey, he was forced to. He loved you.
No, still abandonment, no matter the pretty framing. I'm sure a god could have figured it out.
Leaving you, it was probably the most difficult thing he ever did.
Wrong. Poseidon helped rally people in a fight against Zeus, and he got the shit zapped out of him. That was way harder. Also, getting horses to be that freaking awesome, even harder, because horses are spindly and easily spooked.
Watch out!
But the cow wasn't in front of them until after they all snapped back to attention. Grover called it out. How did he see it? Also, I might be wrong, but would hitting a cow seriously make your car double flip?
What is that?
Fuck, it's a Minotaur! Jesus Christ, call Kratos! Spam, oh please, we need help!
You're half donkey?
I'm half goat.
Looks like thanks to Grover, they barely go out of that one alive. Okay, see how easily he flipped that car? It's dumb. Just watch. So they run from the Minotaur to Camp Half-Blood, but the mom can't get through the barrier because she isn't a magical person or some stupid shit. Okay, so remember how a light throw chucked a car 100 feet? Watch what a full-on body punch does. No, the Minotaur barely grazed him. Trust me, this movie's combat and action has totally great continuity. Percy rolls a 20 and beats the Minotaur and wakes up in the infirmary. Also, what kind of gay slave costume is Goatman wearing?
The politically correct term is satyr.
No. All of it was real? My mom's gone?
Oh no, my mother is dead. My father is dead. My brother was tortured in front of me. They raped my sister. I am so eaten up about it.
So, this is Camp Half-Blood.
Hey guys, figured out why so many people are in the infirmary. You literally have people sword fighting next to unarmed guys and fucking injured people. Why is there not an archery range? Wouldn't that reduce the risk of shooting people by like a lot? All of these teens are supermodels. This must be where they train generic action heroes.
This is where you do most of your battle training.
Wait, didn't we see people fighting through the entire camp? Hell, more people were fighting in the last shot than on the main battle training area. Also, Percy is the son of a god. Wonder who his daddy is. It's a mystery. I know, I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't figure it out either. So they introduce the main girl in what has to be one of the absolute worst fighting intros I've ever seen. Watch as Annabeth literally gets into position before the other guy makes his attack. Like, way to kill every bit of suspense. Oh, come on, that guy just whiffed. Also, in the words of my 11-year-old brother, why does Grover look like a 26-year-old man perving on little girls?
What's her name?
Oh, good to know. So her name is... Well, good to meet you, miss. My name is Dr. Cross, and this is Kobe. So what brings you around here, miss? The actress was 22 at the time of filming, so I am okay saying, damn, damn. Damn! She takes off her clothes in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Go watch that. Wink.
What are those things?
The centaurs.
Why do I keep reviewing Chris Columbus movies with centaurs in them? So the teacher who gave him the pen was also protecting Percy, and he leads Percy to his bunkhouse. Everyone knows that Percy's dad is Aquaman, and Aquaman built this house specifically for Percy. Oh man, this sucks. No roof, no walls, no bed, no PS3, not even a TV. I don't even have a BlackBerry. How am I gonna jerk it to Grover in secret? This place is crap. It's like my dad doesn't even get me. What a dumb weapon.
My father's Poseidon.
And the no shit Sherlock Award of the year goes to... So Percy learns that the reason his mom was with Gabe was that Gabe smelled so bad it turned off the monsters and masked his scent.
My mother put up with that creep to protect me?
Yes, Percy, she put up with Gabe's severe beatings and then immediately died for you. Good going, man. Percy learns about the people seeking the lightning thief.
Zeus's bolt is the most powerful weapon ever created.
This is about your world, not mine.
This is about all worlds.
Even Jupiter? The gods will literally fight each other until the world explodes because of how fucking petty Zeus is. Like, seriously, Zeus is the biggest ass. Although, to be fair, that is the one thing that they get right. So presumably later that day, the camp students are all called for meeting. They're playing Capture the Flag. Percy, of course, doesn't have any combat training, so the quarterback from my guilty pleasure movie, I Am Number 4, takes him on their team. His name is Luke, but you can call him Obvious Villain.
Where's your helmet?
No one gave me one.
Kyron, you still got your wheelchair? Kid's gonna need it. You're a goner, man.
Remember that. They genuinely built up the importance of helms in combat.
I'm messing with you.
I'm messing with you. Get it? I'm joking. I'm funny. My voice is expressive. So Capture the Flag begins, and I mean, it's pretty retarded. The fight choreography isn't abysmal at least, but like, when I have Dagahir fights that look cooler than these fights, the movie is doing it wrong. Percy immediately takes his helmet off. Percy sees an unguarded flag and is caught by an ambush, and here comes my favorite part of the movie.
Did you really think it would be that easy? My mother is goddess of wisdom and battle strategy. Did you really think it would be that easy?
Oh my god.
My mother is goddess
I'm
of
dying.
wisdom and battle
Okay.
strategy.
Okay. So they build up the helms as being needed. Then Percy takes his off. That's okay, he's dumb. But right here, oh my fucking god. Annabeth takes off her helmet, one of the most important pieces of your defensive attire, then says her mother is the goddess of wisdom and fucking battle strategy. Hurt-de-der! I have great wisdom. Let's take off my helmet. I have great battle strategy. Let's take off my helmet. Like seriously, if she just didn't have on the helmet to start, it wouldn't have been so bad. But she's literally making herself weaker, then claiming she's a master at wisdom and fucking battle strategy. Are you sure this isn't a parody movie? You don't have to change anything, and I would believe it's a Percy Jackson parody film or some shit like that. Like, seriously. By taking off her helmet though, she put herself down onto the even ground with him to show him that she could always beat him. It's a telling character trait that they explore all throughout this movie, especially since the person guarding the flag and fought him was a daughter of the god of war. War and battle strategy are the same gods, right? Wouldn't have happened if you kept on your fucking helmet. Get him from behind, get him from behind, get him from behind. Go help your fucking teammate, go help your fucking teammate, or go get the flag. The goddess of fucking wisdom and battle strategy left it totally open. Ah! Someone do something! This is the stupidest game of capture the flag ever! The entire blue army is right on their flag. Someone just take it and haul ass. The Reds lost. You literally got your whole team up to their flag. So Percy gets healed by water and then basically takes a heroism potion from it. He gets up, and even though he just got a little splash around, he's suddenly able to take down a few hardened, trained warriors. You didn't even hit him with the sword! So he magically beats Annabeth, and will one of you blues take the flag? Jesus! No, they all have to fight with honor. The Greek military is known for nothing else but their honor in combat. Duh. So he wins and the entire army doesn't try to stop him from taking the flag. You're all right behind him. Someone just tackle the dude. Jesus, man, you guys are morons. I hate the capture the flag bit. It's by far the most retarded thing I've ever seen. I've been in plenty of Dagger here capture the flag fights, and if someone beats the best guy in the enemy team, the other side doesn't lay down their arms, they tackle you and slash the shit out of you. So we're pretty much done with Act 1, I'd argue. I'm gonna call the review here and pick it back up in the next episode. This movie is so dumb and such a shit show. It needs 2 or even 3 parts. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit like and comment what you think about it. Every little bit helps. And if you want to see part 2 or any of the Harry Potter episodes of No Books Allowed, be sure to subscribe. Anyways, cheers.